So have you ever wanted to kick your prospects in the tushy before? Whether it's to buy your product or join the business that you presented to them, have you ever wanted to kick their butt? Sure, we probably all have, right? But we have to be careful with this because if we do it in the wrong way, we can actually turn them off. We can come across as pushy or rude, and you definitely don't want to do that, but you want your prospects to make a decision with you, right? Well, in this episode, I'm going to share with you a way that you can actually do that without being rude or obnoxious or pushy, and I'm going to share with you something that has helped me in my world and in my business. So stay tuned. Welcome to episode 128. My name is Tanya Aliza. I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success fast while most importantly, designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I put out a brand new training episode and free resource for you and your business each and every week. So if you notice, my setting is a little bit different. I'm hanging in Arizona with my sister. I have never been to the Phoenix area. It's absolutely beautiful. If you live in or around this area, I am so jealous. So obviously, to live the lifestyle that you really want to live and to create the success that you really want to create in your business, you really have to learn how to help your prospects make decisions faster, whether it's to buy your product or join your business. So I'm going to share with you some of the scenarios that my prospects have shared with me, some silly statement phrases that I just want to blurt reactively back to them and, chuckle based on some of these responses. Maybe you can relate to them. So have you ever had a prospect tell you, what's the minimum that I can come in at? They want to build the business, that they want to make $5,000, $10,000 plus a month. And then they ask you, what's the minimum that I can come in at? And then reactively in your head, you're thinking, why the heck are you thinking so small when you want all these big results that you just told me that you wanted? Or maybe you've had a prospect tell you, I'd love to think about it. And you're face plant, what is there to think about? This is a $500 decision in most cases, right? I mean, it's a small decision. And then they want to take months, sometimes multiple months to make a decision. And you're faceplant, it's only $500. Why do we have to think so hard on this thing? Or have you had anybody tell you, oh, this looks amazing, but I have to talk to my spouse first? And maybe your reactive statement that's going on in your head is, who wears the pants in this relationship? Ugh, too harsh? Not really. Now you can get away with saying some pretty blunt things to your prospects if you have a respected personal brand built online. Now, this is something that I've discovered over the last few years. I've had my brand that I've built online since 2010. And so now when people come into my world and they give me these silly objections, I give them a silly response sometimes with obviously a little giggle at the end, but I really work on trying to reframe somebody's thinking, their stinking thinking, right? And I find that I have an easier way doing that when I have a personal brand that they've encountered and they want to impress. Okay, so just to reframe this a little bit for you as you're thinking about this, let's say you're on Oprah's website, right? And you go on Oprah's website and Oprah has a little thing at the top of the website that says, hey, would you like to work with me? And you're like, man, that would be so cool to work with Oprah. And then you fill out Oprah's application form and they have questions that says, what are some of your goals? How much money do you want to make? How much money do you have to invest? And then you tell Oprah a little bit about yourself. And then Oprah calls you and Oprah's like, hey, let's rock and roll. Let's get started. And then let's pretend, for example, that you were like, oh, well, I've got to talk to my spouse first. And then Oprah kind of giggles a little bit on the phone with you and says, really? Girl, who wears the pants in this relationship? I know you do. Let's rock and roll. And the reason why Oprah can say this to me and I wouldn't be offended is because I respect and I look up to Oprah. Why? Because she has a well-respected brand that she's worked hard to build. Now, that's a little extreme comparing myself to Oprah, okay? But here is the reality. If you build a personal brand online where you deliver great content and you become the person, the go-to person for XYZ information, the moment that you are able to have conversation with people, you're allowed and you can be a little bit more blunt in your conversations with them and actually help to reframe their thinking to serve them best in the future. So I want to give you a personal example of how this currently works in my world so you can really see the value. Now, before I do that, you guys know in every episode of Tanya Aliza TV, I like to equip you with a free resource that you can use in your business to create results with fast. Now, in this episode, since we're talking about building a brand that attracts people to you so that you can speak freely to them and kick their butt a little bit and get them into motion and build your business faster, I have a really cool free webinar training that's coming up that you can get registered for. I'm gonna leave a link below in the show notes. If you're watching my YouTube channel, go to the description area, or you can go to tanyaaliza.com/128 download, and that'll take you to my blog. When you get to my blog, you'll see this video. Right below the video, there'll be a big yellow button. Click the yellow button and you can get registered for free for this training coming up where I walk you through the 5 ingredients that you need to build a profitable, productive brand online so that people can reach out to you and inquire about working with you, but more importantly, so that you can inspire them and encourage them and be blunt with them and kick their butt a little bit to help you not only build your business faster, it's not necessarily all about you, but it's to help them make a decision that's going to help them reach their goals and dreams that they're looking for as well. So go grab the seat on this webinar that we're doing. I think that would really help you and it would really open your eyes as to how to put all the pieces together to actually do this for you and your world. So because I've implemented these ingredients into my business over the last so many years, since 2010, I have about 5 to 7 people a day that actually specifically fill out a form on my website that they qualify themselves to work with me. All right. So I ask them, where do you live? What do you do? What are some of your goals? How much money do you want to make? Why are you open to looking to partner with me? Why do you want to start a home business? I go deep in that application form and I have about 5 to 7 people a day that fill out that application form. Now I have so many leads that come in that I actually have designed a lead share program with my team. So when some people on my team get to a certain level, I share my leads with them and then I train them on how to start conversation and how to move them through the process from getting a presentation in front of them to closing them to make a decision. And often, a lot of the times, I'll hop in on those phone calls or I should say Facebook messengers. I hop in on those and I'll just kind of help the conversation go along, right? People who are applying to work with me don't necessarily just want to talk to one of my associates, they want to talk to me. So I make sure that I'm present in those conversations to an extent. And what I do is I help close. Like I'm kind of a power closer in these conversations because even though I'm sharing my leads with my team still isn't me and people are applying to work with me. So I come in sometimes and I handle a lot of these silly objections that people get. We had the other day somebody say, well, I want to make $7,500 plus a month in my business, but what's the minimum I can come in at? And I'm like, literally on the other end, like face palming myself, right? Because I'm like, okay, you want the maximum, but you want to put in the minimum. How the heck does this work? Right? Come on, we need to reframe the stinking thinking. So I'll come in and I'll just do that very bluntly. I'll say, hey, listen, like I can appreciate that you want to make, this kind of money. That's awesome. We're here to help you do that. But one thing I want to reframe you on is getting you set up properly to win. So when I first got started in my business, I was thinking maximums all the way through. Like how can I make the maximum? How can I invest the maximum? What do I want my people to do? I want my people to come in and do the same as me, right? Because this is how we make money. We move product. So if I want them to do the same as me, I got to be the leader of that, train that we start, right? So at the end of the day, I can come in because I have that personal brand and people see me online as, a respected, individual when it comes to helping network marketers and entrepreneurs, when I'm blunt with people, they actually listen, and it's not considered rude. Now, if they don't know you and they're just like a complete cold market prospect, they don't know you from Adam, how are you able to be more blunt with them and have them actually respect how you're being blunt with them? It just doesn't work the same. Okay, so this is why for many years I have preached and I have shared and I have trained for people to start building their brands online so you can have an easier time attracting prospects, but not only attracting prospects, because you could attract all the prospects in the world. If they don't do business with you, it doesn't matter, okay? So not only attracting a bunch of the most amazing prospects in the world, but being able to close them into your business in a fast, assertive, leadership style and way so that they respect you throughout the whole process. And also when they're in the business and hustling it up and doing what they said that they're going to do. They just do that so much easier when you are the respected brand. So be the respected brand. Okay, so how do you become the respected brand? I get it. You don't know where to start or put the pieces together or how to evolve if you've already started putting your brand together. I got you, all right? So we got a free webinar like I was talking about. It's a training. It'll help you. It's the 5 ingredients to building a results-producing online brand. Exactly what I've done, the steps I've taken, the things that I would avoid doing. It's a really great training. It definitely will help you in your business. It'll give you amazing scripts and processes that we use in our business as well. You can get registered for that absolutely free over on the blog at TanyaAliza.com/128 download. If you're on my YouTube channel or my Facebook, there's a link above or below in the description box wherever you see it, and it'll take you to my blog. Click the yellow button, register for the training. I'm sure you'll love it. Question of the week. Are you bold enough to just tell it like it is in your business? Are you a tell it like it is person? If you are, drop me a comment below in the comment section and let me know if you're shy, if you're timid, or if you're bold, or even if you're shy or timid and then you're like moving into the area of being more bold in your life and in your business. Tell it like it is, because life's too short not to, and life's too short to beat around the bush with your people. All right, did you get some value out of today's episode? I truly hope that you did. I'm about to go enjoy the rest of my vacation here in Arizona with my sister. Fabulous place. If you did find value in this video, click share, smash the share button, like it, share it out to your people, get it out to your team. I'd be most grateful that you did. I will see you on the next episode of Tanya Aliza TV.